So iPadOS 18 is going to be this next major version of iPadOS released, and I can't wait for it. I'm totally here for it, and I love whenever a new iPad gets these new types of updates. Now, you might be trying to figure out which particular iPads are no longer going to be getting the next version of iPadOS. Now, I have no magic ball, I have no idea and no way of kind of confirming anything, so I could be completely wrong about all this. But if we take a look at the current generation list of all the iPads that are currently supported on iPadOS, we can kind of get an idea of which iPads are probably no longer going to be supported anymore. Now, if we take a look at the iPad Pros, currently on iPadOS 17, the iPad Pro, basically the 12.9 inch, the second generation or newer are basically the ones that are currently supported. And if you take a look at the iPad Pro 11 inch, the first generation, iPad, 11 inch one and newer are also still supported. Now, I have no idea in the future which ones are going to be 100% supported and, which ones are not. But if we take a look at that iPad Pro 12.9 inch, that one has an A10X Fusion chip inside of it. I will tell you that particular iPad, so the iPad Pro 12.9 inch second generation, is probably not going to be supported anymore on iPadOS 18. That one was a massive iPad, but that's not the problem with it. The problem is that it has kind of an outdated chipset, basically almost the same chipset as the iPhone 7. So I'm pretty sure that particular iPad may not actually end up getting the next version of software as far as I can tell. Another iPad that may not be supported, it's kind of up in the air, but I'm like 50% positive this thing's going to get discontinued, is probably the iPad Pro 10.5 inch as well. That one also had that A10X Fusion chip inside, so basically the same exact chipset almost as the iPhone 7, a little bit more improvement, but just like with that iPad Pro 12.9 inch, I think Apple's going to go ahead and discontinue those iPads. However, I think Apple's going to keep all the iPad Pro 11 inches. I think all those ones are still going to be supported. I think the iPad Air 3rd generation and newer are also still going to be supported with software. Again, I could be wrong, but from what I see, I think Apple did a good job by giving it the chipset that they kind of gave it. I'm pretty sure that this particular iPad is going to be supported, even if the iPhone XS and XR and XS Max don't get supported because they have the same chipset. I'm pretty sure the iPad Air 3 is still going to be there on iPadOS 18. Now with the iPad, the base models, first of all, I think the iPad mini, the 5 and all of them are going to be supported as well. The iPad 6 is still supported, and I'm pretty sure Apple is not only going to discontinue that one, I think they may actually also end up discontinuing the iPad 7. The iPad 7, came out several years ago. The 10.2 inch model looks very good, but that also has the A10 chipset. I'm pretty sure Apple's going to discontinue all those A10 chipset devices. They're going to keep all basically the 11, but mostly like the A12 Bionic and all those ones. I think that's what Apple's going to end up probably doing as far as I can tell. So those are pretty much the iPads I think that are going to be supported on iPadOS 18 and which ones won't be. If you have any other thoughts or questions, please let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.